And so the video begins on Tamiami Trail, US Highway 41 here in Sarasota, Florida. Welcome back to the channel and welcome if it's your first time. Anchors away here in Sarasota. I'm starting the vlog over here by this Tamiami Trail sign, and also I saw this Hollywood Boulevard sign. I didn't know Sarasota had a Hollywood Boulevard until this very moment. And right next to Golden Anchor Travel sits Uppercut Fitness. Check out this fellow over here with the handlebar mustache. That's pretty awesome. And on the side of that boxing building, you have Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson. Fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee. And ladies and gentlemen, we need a bigger vlog. Look at the bite on that. November 14th, 1998, right here at Philippe Creek, a 1,478 pound great white shark that looked a lot like this one was caught. That is a huge fish. Look at that right here at 5353 South Tamiami Trail at the Philippe Creek Village as these birds are flying over us. Check it out. There's the tiki bar back there. I thought we'd start this one off with a big shark, and actually we will end this video with a big shark as well. I know what you're thinking, folks. That's a whale of a tail. A 1,478 pound shark caught right here in this creek, right out behind this establishment, past those palm trees in that water. Yeah, that's a whale of a tail, but according to that sign over there, it happened. I'm so happy to finally be back in the Bradenton, Sarasota area this morning. There's quite a few things that I didn't share last time I was down here. It's been a while. It's been over a year now. There's some things that I missed, and now I'm back, and I'm going to share those things with you today. One being our first stop, Graceland South. This one's for all you Elvis fans out there. There's a gentleman that owns a house, and he's a huge Elvis fan. Actually, they nicknamed his house the Elvis House, and he calls it Graceland South. So we're gonna go check that out, along with some other roadside attractions today, some wacky things, and I hope you enjoy the ride. So buckle up, we're getting in the car. Goodbye, shark. Here we come. I am Tampa J. There's much ahead. Oh yeah, here we go. Fun fact, Tamiami Trail is US Highway 41. You can take it all the way up to Chicago. Welcome to Lakeshore Drive, way down south. To find the Elvis House, the nearest major intersection to the house is at Bee Ridge Road and Brookside Drive. You gotta head south on Brookside. And it appears I'm heading down this street here, which is a dead-end road. To find the Graceland South, you have to go over this bridge and through the woods. And I see it ahead. It's coming. At the end of the dead end, actually right here in front of us, I see Elvis and the gates of Graceland. Look at this. This is awesome. And if you're looking for the Elvis House, you have to come to 4232 Windermere Place. This home is owned by an Elvis fan. Actually, he was born on the same day Elvis was born as well, January 8th. I think this very same year even, but his name is Jim Reese, and he owns Graceland South. This is his driveway right here. Look, the king of rock and roll is right there before the driveway, beyond the gates of Graceland. This is awesome. And there's a trailer over there that says Elvis, and I believe he's an Elvis impersonator, and he travels on the road, and there is his trailer and his RV, and right there is Marilyn Monroe, James Dean, and Elvis right there below the hookup for the trailer. If we come over on this side, I believe, yeah, there you go, right before his driveway. There you go, Elvis. Look at this. Graceland South, a huge Elvis fan right here in Sarasota. It's very cool that he's decorated his driveway just like the gates of Graceland. He even got the musical note on there. He got, oh, look, check it out. There's Elvis. You see it? Elvis and his guitar. on both sides there as well. Look at that. There he is, the king of rock and roll. Huge Elvis fan. And a couple months ago I was able to meet his former wife Priscilla Presley in Chicago. So it's good to see you, Elvis. Wherever you are, my friend. I am a huge fan still. I always will be. Welcome to Graceland. I've always wanted to visit Memphis, Tennessee. There's so much to do there. Much ahead. Elvis has left the driveway. I was on our way to our next destination and this VFW caught my attention. This is post 3233 here in Sarasota. Canteen in the rear, but the reason I stopped here was this. A giant tank. Look at that thing. That is huge. Just sitting right here in Sarasota along the road, actually Tuttle Road and Belvoir Boulevard. Wow, massive. Now strolling through the Gillespie Park neighborhood, a historic neighborhood just north of downtown Sarasota. I'm here for this, the Lighthouse and the Boathouse. Look at this. This is cool. Okay, I'll stop. Walking over to those two wacky houses I just showed you to give you a better look, but I just want to show you that I parked next to this trolley. Discover Sarasota Tours, discoversarasotatours.com. If you'd like to check that website out, feel free to do so after the video. And here I am across from the Lighthouse and the Boathouse. It is a house shaped like a boat, not an actual boathouse, if you know what I'm saying. But look at this. This is so cool. Actually, it's 425 North Osprey Avenue here in Gillespie Park, just north of downtown Sarasota. So I was reading online that this Boathouse and Lighthouse, which are rentals, were constructed in 1933 by John Ringling's boat captain. He built these two houses back in the 30s and they have recently been restored and they're very cool to see. Check it out. I'd walk in there, but I don't want to wake anyone up. It's still early in the morning. It's beautiful. I would totally live here. Look at this. This is so cool. That's the bow of the boat. And of course back there's the stern. Nice little fountain here with the koi fish there. Look at that. And over here is the lighthouse. I'll walk around to the other side of the lighthouse so you could take a better look at that. Look, it's 3 stories tall. Must be a great view up there. We're about, so we're about a mile from the coast, the Gulf of Mexico over there, in Sarasota. And it looks like the address of the lighthouse is actually 433. The boathouse back there is 425. A 3-story lighthouse. There's a plaque right over here. The boathouse and lighthouse were built in 1933 for Captain Arthur C. Rowe by shipbuilder Oliver Blackburn. Designated historic structures November 5th, 1984 by the city of Sarasota. So there you go. That kind of confirms what I just said. It's built for a boat captain. I thought it was built by the boat captain, and they say that's John Ringling's boat captain. Very cool. This is wacky and awesome. I love it. I love stuff like this. I'm glad I could come over here and see this finally. It's been on my radar for quite some time, like everything you've seen up until this point has. The Boathouse and the Lighthouse of Sarasota. It'd be so cool to live here. It is a rental for sure. So there you go. Might be up for grabs one day. All right, next stop, down that way. Actually, I gotta go back and get my car first. But wait, just past the trolley here is the Chill Mobile, an old ice cream truck, a tiny ice cream truck. That is so cool. Chillmobile.com. And for our next Florida roadside attraction, we actually come to the park of Gillespie Park. It's the Gillespie Park in Gillespie Park. Does that make sense? Founded in 1925. Actually, where we're going is on the opposite corner of this park. But right over here, I just noticed, there's a flamingo. Flamingo. Not just any flamingo. a yellow flamingo on a bicycle with a peace sign, some school buses. Look at the school bus, kind of reminds me of Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. And right here on the chain guard it says, the wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. Yes, the wheels on the bus go round and round. And on this yellow wacky bicycle. Just had to throw this in here. All around Sarasota they have these wacky bikes and they're always decorated very nicely. You're looking at the northeast corner of Gillespie Park. I'm turning the camera around to show you what we are about to explore. The Gallery of Patriots. Welcome to the Gallery of Patriots, created by Hispanic American Civic Association on July 4th, 1977, 1 year after the bicentennial of the United States. These monuments, these busts of American patriots, South America, Central America, North America, all included here. All these figures are from time. Historic patriots. All right, so there's some here and there's some over there, right there, and among this beautiful garden. It's gorgeous out here. I'm gonna call out each and every single one of their names as fast and as quick as I can, and I do apologize in advance of butchering any names out here, pronouncing them incorrectly. You are always able to correct me in the comment section. Eugenio M.D. Hostas, Puerto Rico, 1839-1903. Jose de San Martin of Argentina, 1778-1850. Jose Sucre of Venezuela, 1795-1830. Thomas Jefferson of the United States of America, 1743-1826. And with the sun bursting in the trees behind him, we have Joaquin de Silva Xavier of Brazil, 1746-1792. Beside Toussaint Louverture of Haiti, 1743-1803. Right beside him, Jose Mora Fernandez, Costa Rica, 1784-1854. And beside him, Bernardo O'Higgins of Chile, 1778-1842. So much ahead, my friends. Miguel Larrinaga of Nicaragua, kind of rhymes, 1771-1845. And this guy appears to be Roman. Ticum Umar of Guatemala, Siglo XVI. It's in Roman numerals right there. And then right over here we have Francisco Solano Lopez of Paraguay, 1827-1870. And this gentleman out in the sunlight, the brightest one yet, Jose M. Delgado of El Salvador, 1768-1833. Two more right here, and then we're over to the other side. We've got Jose G. Artigas of Uruguay, 1764-1850, and Francisco Morazan, Honduras. No, that's not the full name. Francisco Morazan of Honduras, 1792-1842. Over there. And this is a beautiful day to do this. It is gorgeous out here. It's a beautiful morning. It is New Year's Eve. It is the last day of 2021. So happy to be out here among these patriots. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to go. First one up, Juan Pablo Duarte of Santo Domingo, 1830-1876. He's kind of in the shadows. There you go, there's a better look at him. And next to Juan, we have Ignacio Argamonte of Cuba, 1841-1873. And next to Ignacio, we have Simon Bolivar of Venezuela, 1783 and 1830. Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Abraham Lincoln, born in Kentucky, raised in Indiana, and was a lawyer in the land of Lincoln, Illinois, 1809 to 1865, honest Abe. And next to Abraham Lincoln, some local history on Jose Marti. Spent a lot of time in Ybor City. Cuban freedom fighter, Jose Marti, 1853 to 1895. And United States of America's first president, George Washington, 1732 to 1799. He's in the shadows. It's hard to make out, but he's there. The founding father, George Washington, and next to him we have Antonio Maceo of Cuba, 1845 and 1896, and Benito Juarez of Mexico, 1806 to 1872. And there are our Patriots, the Gallery of Patriots of Sarasota, right there. All right, that was fun. That was a long time. I did that in like 3 or 4 minutes. 3 or 4 minutes. All right, on to the next Florida roadside attractions. This is a beautiful park, by the way. Check it out, Gillespie Park here in Sarasota. Beautiful stuff. Lots of cool plants too. Plants I know nothing about. And shout out to Chris the girl, because if she was here, she would be able to identify this plant. Now I'm gonna guess, and she's gonna correct me in the comments, but I think that's aloe. Is that aloe? Chris the girl on YouTube knows. I know she knows. And I had to stop. Classic Burger King, abandoned. Check it out. No one's home. Classic Burger King building. You don't see too many of the classic original Burger Kings anymore. Here's one in Sarasota. I'm gonna go all the way around. Maybe I can peek inside too. I'll go around. Oh no, I can't go around. Blocked by a dumpster. Oh darn. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just peek through the windows. I just got a craving for a Whopper. I am now on foot. I'm actually going up the back side of the driveway, the side that you would normally come out of. I'm gonna go look through the drive-through window. I wonder how long this one's been abandoned. We can probably tell by the interior. Here we go. Right here, I'm gonna peek in for you. Oh yeah, look at that classic tile. This one's probably been vacant for a good time. Who knows, could have been last year or something. Not all these Burger Kings are owned corporately, so a lot of them are franchises. They're individually owned, just like McDonald's. So some of them don't get updated, and some of them do. And there's the drive-thru. Okay, let's just walk over here and see if there's any advertisements over here in this glass. I'm still curious, and I feel like I may have eaten at this Burger King back in the day with my old bandmates or something. I feel like we came through here. There you go, the drive-thru. And then we were gone and back into the car. There is much ahead. All right, classic Burger King. Had to stop and smell the Whoppers. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am so confused right now. Jack's Donuts of Newcastle, Indiana, my birthplace, my hometown, where my whole family is from. The Jack's Donuts that started in the plaza right there in the corner of 18th Street was either once located here or is going to be located here, right across from the Burger King. Oh my gosh, Jack's Donuts. I grew up eating these donuts in a little town called Newcastle. And as I mentioned, franchises for Burger King, it looks like someone at one point had or will have a Jack's Donuts here, and I'm hoping this is coming soon. There's no coming soon signs, or maybe it was an idea and it never went through. But please tell me, if anyone is watching this video, what is going on here? Give me the scoop. That is the insignia right there, since 1961, Newcastle, Indiana. I remember when it was just a small mom and pop donut shop. I used to go there in the late 80s and get my favorite donuts that they made, Tiger Tails, just a twist of vanilla and chocolate, but dang, they are so good. And it looks like at one point, or at some point maybe, there will be one right here in Sarasota, or was. I am so stumped, guys, and I need to know. Someone help me, because I once Googled Jack's Donuts and nothing popped up. You know, Jack's Donuts, Florida. That's specifically what I Googled. And wow, this is amazing. And they have the, it's a circus town, so they have the I Love Sarasota with the big top and the donuts right there. We're at 3105 US Highway 41, Tamiami Trail. I need some info. Coffee and ice cream as well right there. And I believe we are almost to the next destination. I see some boats. Oh yeah, we're getting close. Right out here by the seaside. Here in near Cortez Village in Bradenton. I'm a little early for lunch, but I'm out here at the Swordfish Grill looking for our next attraction. A giant shark by the name of Old Hitler. Somewhere out here among this place. I thought I'd come out by the water along this dock. There's a bunch of boats and it looks like a seafood company, Cortez Bait and Seafood, over that way. I'm gonna walk along this restaurant here. Hey kitty. Black cat over here. Hey buddy, have you seen the giant shark anywhere? Kind of remind me of Thackeray Binks from Hocus Pocus. Hi. Looking for a giant shark. Have you seen him? No? The search is on. It's beautiful out here. I just realized I haven't really shown myself a ton in this video. As the sun's hitting me, as I'm walking towards the water, the breeze is hitting me as well. This feels really awesome to be seaside. There's a fishing boat right over here to the left behind me. Alright. Where is this giant shark? Maybe it's on the other side of that building. I'm gonna walk all the way around this patio here for the restaurant. Although it is a very nice view out here, right here near the Bradenton beach out to the right, out that way, here in this inlet. And there's an advertisement here for Florida Fishing Fleet, offshore party boat and private charters for some deep sea fishing. And that kind of goes with the story I'm about to tell you as soon as we find this giant shark deep sea fishing. Got a story to tell you. Okay, walking back. I'm gonna go on the other side of Cortez Bait and Seafood, see if the shark's over there. And it looks like the Cortez Seafood Company also has a restaurant as well, right here, the Cortez Kitchen, right before the seafood factory. This is where they harvest a lot of fish. It looks like that Big Mac truck there. It's about to take a load out of the seafood company. And I'm stumped, guys. I'm out here looking for a giant shark. It says it's out here somewhere, but I don't see it. Maybe they moved it. I don't know. I'll keep looking. I'm not giving up yet. This is a giant hoist here where they put the boats in and out of the water. It's pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool to see. Alright, where's my shark? Walking on this narrow plank. Going around this way, see if I can find something out here. This boat right here has seen better days. Check it out. Looks like something fell on top of it. Ouch. And I'm all the way at the end of this dock, and it looks like, look at this old shack here. It looks like something you'd see out of Popeye. Popeye the Sailor Man. Alright, I've given up. The shark I've been looking for is not in the water. It's out of water. It's more so on a trailer. And it's not out here currently. It used to be out here. Here by the seafood port. Alright, give it up. I will search some more though. Maybe I can find it before the end of this video. But very cool to be out here to see this stuff. Would never came out here if I wasn't looking for a shark. It's so beautiful too. Gorgeous. Farewell to the Spanish ladies. Farewell to the ladies of Spain. Had to get a Jaws reference in there. Okay, upon further research, a further investigation on the location of the shark I'm looking for, it said it was among Swordfish Grill, so I'm gonna walk actually up kind of inside the restaurant to see if it's up here. Okay, so I double checked the restaurant. There's no shark here. I asked the hostess and they had no clue. Alright, I still haven't given up though. There's a Maritime museum up here before the driveway of this area, of the marina. I'm gonna check that. It's the Florida Maritime Museum. Well, I've walked all the way around the Florida Maritime Museum searching for a shark, but no go. No shark out here. And over here behind the Florida Maritime Museum, Bonefish Bridge. And it has been closed off, and across this bridge, according to the sign over here, says Cortez Cultural Center. No cars, and right there it says Bonefish Bridge. A plaque that was put there in 2008. But you can see that this bridge is a lot older than that. I thought this would be a good spot to tell you about old Hitler, the shark that we could not find today. In my story, I believe I once saw old Hitler myself. Found a good spot to talk. Summer of 2004, my family and I had just moved here from Indiana. It was summer. I had gotten a job where we temporarily lived out of a hotel room on Clearwater Beach before we found housing over in Tampa. And my summer job, actually it was like my first job besides working with my dad building fence back in Indiana. I worked at Krabby Bill Seafood Company as a host and expediter and busboy. I was the utility person. Actually, I was underage. I wasn't allowed to work there, but I was working there actually as my mom was doing so at the same time. She was a waiter, and she actually got me a job. The manager was really nice and hired me, even though I was underage. I was working at Krabby Bill's in Clearwater Beach. This is going to be a long story. I apologize, but it's important to properly set it up. So it was summer, and I remember I had a day off, and my days off were like in the middle of the week. I worked the weekends. Restaurants are busy on the beach, especially Clearwater, especially on the weekends. And I had a day off, and I remember waking up at the hotel room there on the beach one day, and I had the desire in me to go fishing, deep sea fishing, to one of the charter boats there at the Clearwater Marina. The Double Eagle 2 specifically is the boat that I had in mind, and I would go out and deep sea fish that day. So I wake up, I kind of fibbed to my mom. I told her I was going fishing. Normally I would go down to the Pier 60 and fish off of that, but I didn't tell her that I was going out on a 8-hour tour on the Gulf of Mexico. So I kind of fibbed there, and I walked to the marina. And it's not far of a walk from where we stayed. Actually, I could see it out the balcony window of the hotel. So I walked down to the marina, and I cashed in. It was probably my second or third paycheck. I had been there for a couple months already in the summer, and I paid for a voyage to go deep sea fishing. This would have been my second or third time ever doing so. My first time alone. 17 years old. I get on the Double Eagle. We go out into the Gulf of Mexico. If you've ever been out there, you go far out. It seems like you go really far, but you probably go 30-40 miles. So far out you can't see anything around you, and primarily you have your rod, and you drop your line all the way to the bottom, and you just wait for a nibble. And most of the time I went out deep sea fishing, I had better luck. That day I wasn't catching anything, and there was a gentleman beside me. It was almost time to go. We'd been out there a good 4 or 5 hours, and there was a gentleman fishing beside me, and I remember it got very quiet, and this gentleman had his rod, and I just remember seeing it go like this, and the line would kind of drag into the water. If you ever caught a fish, you know the tip of the line kind of goes like that. And I remember him being something like, "Oh man, oh, I got a big one, I got a huge one, this thing is really big." And I'm like, "Oh wow." And about that time, one of the shipmates working on the boat that would help you know, get your fish off or give you bait was coming up behind me, because anytime, you know, someone caught a big fish, they would help. And I remember him brushing behind me, and I'm looking, my pole's in the water still, my line's down in the water, and he was reeling it in. It takes a good while for, you know, to get it all the way, and I could tell he was moving a little smoother, reeling it in a little easier than when the excitement first hit. And then all of a sudden you start seeing the fish coming, and you could tell he had a massive grouper on it, a massive grouper, but the grouper was bitten, or we didn't know that at the time, but the grouper was cut in half and it was bleeding. There was blood coming up out of the water. And about that time, I saw the biggest set of jaws I probably will ever see in my entire life. A mouth about that big and a face about that wide. A hammerhead shark that had bitten that fish in half and was tailing it all the way to the top towards the boat, like this. And everyone got silent along that side of the boat and broke out in awe. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that shark. Ladies and gentlemen, that shark was as big as a truck. And I remember the worker behind me looking at me, his cigarette in his mouth kind of hanging here, right beside the guy that was reeling up the fish. And let me pause it right there. The shark swept by the boat like that, and he got the fish up in time before it could grab the remaining of it on the edge of the hook, on the tip of the hook, and it went up quickly and went back down quickly. And I remember that worker and the quietness, and I look over, the guy standing here next to me who almost caught a huge shark, and the worker, he looked there hanging with the cigarette like this, looked at me and he said, I've worked on this boat my entire life, well, 30 years or so, and I have never seen a shark that big. And he looked me in the eye, and he looked at the gentleman to my left as well, and he said, and you will never ever see a shark that big in your entire life again. And that's why I believe I once laid my eyes upon old Hitler, the legendary hammerhead shark that has haunted these waters, that fishermen have talked about, a big fish story. This legendary hammerhead shark, I believe I laid my eyes upon that shark that day. Could have been another giant hammerhead shark, but you know, even we joked about it the whole way back. That was old Hitler, and I believe it could have been. There's some giant sharks out in the Gulf waters, especially in the Tampa Bay area, and we were in the right vicinity that day. I was 17 years old, and I saw one of the biggest sharks I probably will ever see. And that's why I came out here today. I was searching for a replica of old Hitler that was said to be over there near the restaurant, but it's long gone. But I thought it would be an opportunity to show that shark, stand before it, and share my story, my alleged sighting of the legendary hammerhead shark, old Hitler. So if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up right down there below the video, right there on YouTube. Also, if it's your first time, subscribe. There's a subscribe button right down there below the video here on YouTube, and you can subscribe to the channel and come back, or go to the much behind. I have all kinds of videos out there. I have a Florida roadside attractions playlist on the main page there under videos, under playlist. You can check that out as well, and there will be much ahead, my friends. Know you're awesome, know you're loved, and know there's much ahead. Happy New Year. Today is New Year's Eve. Tomorrow will be 2022. I can't believe it. This year went by so quickly, and a lot happened. A lot happened in my life, and I just want to say I'm very thankful and grateful for all the support of my friends, my family, who were there for me this year. It was definitely the toughest year of my life, and it didn't stop me though, and it will never stop me. No matter what we go through individually, together, here on this channel, there where you're sitting right now, or out and about in our daily lives, we will stand strong and we will overcome. And that's what I'm doing. And I want to thank you guys for being there for me and being here watching this video. If you stuck around to the end, I hope you did. But alright guys, gotta head back to Tampa Bay. There is much in store. I got more stuff to do tomorrow and more adventures planned here in Florida and beyond. I've got several flights booked for 2022. There's much ahead. Alright, see you later. And if you're wondering what that house was behind me, it is the 1890 Bratton Store, A little history over here. If you take a screenshot, it'll last longer, but I'll read the first couple sentences. In the 1890s, William C. Bratton built the first commercial building at Hunter's Point, the original name of the area eventually to be called Cortez. The building serves as post office, general store, and steamboat wharf, connected to the village's fishing families with the outside world. In 1900, rooms were added, creating an inn, which became known as the Albion Inn. Expanded over time, the Albion Inn, along with the 1912 Cortez Schoolhouse, which is now the Maritime Museum. Maybe we'll come back here, explore it a little better. But yeah, just wanted to give you a brief history of the building you saw behind me as I was ending the video. Right there. And it's decorated for the holiday season, a little wreath there on the porch. All right, guys, know you're awesome, know you're loved, and know there's much ahead. Happy New Year. Bye-bye.